Hi, in this video we are going to see about what is cryptography and the cryptographic techniques. So as we know, cryptography is the conversion of plain text into a ciphertext. So here the plain text will be converted to a ciphertext by using some of the techniques. So here we are just going to see about substitution techniques and transposition techniques. The first one is the substitution technique. So here in this case, the letters of the plain text will be taken and it is replaced by other letters or by numbers or by symbols. So some substitution will be done in order to convert your plain text into a ciphertext. So we have so many substitution techniques, but in this video we are just going to concentrate on one particular technique, that is the playfair cipher. So when we come to the playfair cipher, it is a multiple letter encryption cipher. So it is going to encrypt multiple letters at a time, and then in case of your playfair cipher, you will be given with a keyword. You are just going to take that keyword and you are going to construct a 5x5 matrix. So when I construct a 5x5 matrix, at the maximum it can hold 25 characters. But in case of our English alphabets, we have 26 characters. In order to include all the 26 characters into a 5x5 matrix, what I am going to do is I am just going to club two letters, that is I and J. Okay, in one cell I and J will be combined and it will be included in that 5x5 matrix. So a keyword will be given to you. You have to take that keyword and you have to construct a 5x5 matrix, and you should not forget you have to combine I and J, and it must be included in order to include all those 26 characters. Okay, so for example, I have a keyword called monarchy. So this keyword I need to write it first in my 5x5 matrix. So I have written all my keyword letters. Okay, and then after this I am going to start from my first letter of the English alphabet. So the first letter of the English alphabet is A, and I will go and see in my keyword whether that A is already present. If it is already there in the keyword, don't write it again, just leave it and move on with the next alphabet, that is B. Go and see whether B is there in the keyword. If B is not there in the keyword, write it. Okay, and then next alphabet will be C. So when you see that C is already present in the keyword, so no need to write it. And then move on with D. D is not there, so I am writing D. Same way E, F, G, H. H is already there, so no need to write H. And then I/J, then K, L, P, Q, just like that you have to write. So when you see this 5x5 matrix, none of your English alphabets must be repeated. But one more constraint is that in that 5x5 matrix, all those 26 alphabets must be there. Okay, all those 26 alphabets must be there. So once this is over with the keyword, I have just constructed a 5x5 matrix. So once this is over, I'm having a plain text right now. So for in plain text also we have some rules to be done. So you will be given with the plain text. So that plain text must be divided into pairs. So when I divide my plain text into pairs, I need to follow some rules. So that rules only we are going to see now. Okay, with the keyword you are constructing a 5x5 matrix, and then with the plain text what you are going to do now. Okay, when the plain text is given to you, what you are going to do is you are just going to make it as a pair. You are going to divide it as the pairs. Okay, so when you doing the splitting criteria, you should follow some rules. Okay, so the first rule is split the plain text as pairs. I am just going to split my plain text as pairs. For example, balloon. Okay, I'm just splitting it as pairs. It will be BALLOO and then N. Now I'm seeing in this any of the pair is repeated, is having a repeating letter. So here if you see, I have LL and OO. Okay, two pairs are having repeating letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to introduce one X in the first repeating pair, first repeating letters pair. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce X in the first repeating pair. Okay, repeating letter pair. Okay, so when I introduce X here, BA and then L, and instead of one L I am introducing X, and then I am moving my L to the next place. So L will come here and O will come here, and another O will move here. So it will become ON. Now you see all the pairs are having, or all the letters are having pairs. Okay, BA, LX, LO, ON. Okay, so this is one rule. And the second rule is, if none of the letters after splitting or repeated, if none of the letters after splitting or repeated, okay, so what you are going to do is, I'm going to see whether all the letters are having pairs, whether all the letters are having pairs. So if you see, I have taken an example called world, and I am splitting it into two letters. Okay, two letters. So when I split it, it will be WO, RL, and then D. So here if you see, none of my letters are repeated. Okay, so here it is W, here it is O. These two are two different letters, and R and L are two different letters. Here none of them are repeated. So I can't introduce X anywhere between these two pairs, anywhere between these two pairs. So where I need to introduce my X, I need to introduce my X at the end of D. After D, I need to include my X. Okay, so this is another way. And the third rule is, with the with your 5x5 matrix. So if both the letters from the plain text, I'm going to take this plain text, for example this plain text WO. If I take WO, I will go and check in that a particular 5x5 matrix whether this WO or there in the same row, or same or there in the same column, or it is there in different column and different row, or something like that. Okay, I'm just going to check it. Okay, so if both letters fall on the same row, then it is replaced by right side of the row element circularly following the last. For example, AR, I have taken AR. AR is my plain text. So I am seeing A and R are there in the same row. So what I have told, it should be replaced by the right side of the row element. Okay, so A is replaced with R, because right side of A is R. So it is replaced with R. And in circular fashion I told, so R's right element is M. Okay, so R is replaced with M. Okay, so this is the third rule. Fourth rule is, if two letters are present in the same column, then it is replaced by bottom side of the column element circularly. So for example, you see this MU. Here is M, here is U. Both are there in the same column. So I see I am taking M. Okay, what it is telling, what the rule is telling, if they are in the same column, it is replaced by the bottom side of the column element. Okay, so M is replaced by the bottom side element. So below M, C is there. Okay, so M is replaced by C, and then U is replaced by M. Okay, so this is my fourth rule. And then you have fifth rule. Fifth rule is, if two plain text letters are not present in the same column or in same row, then the letter should be replaced by the letter diagonally opposite to it. Okay, so for example, I am taking H and S. So go and see in this particular 5x5 matrix, H is here and then S is here. Okay, so this is in one column and this is in one column, this is in one row and this is in another row. Okay, it is not in same row or not in same column. So I'm telling you have to check the diagonal elements and you have to replace it. So here if you see, it is a kind of a square. It will be in a kind of a square or rectangular fashion. Okay, so here it is H. H is replaced with the diagonal element B, and S is replaced with the diagonal element P. Okay, so H replaced by B and S replaced by P. Okay, this is for the encryption part. Okay, when you want to do the decryption, it will be the reverse of it. Okay, so I will just explain you with an example here. So if you see, I have taken an example here. You have been given with a plain text called my name is Valentina. Okay, and the keyword given is Harsh. So see in this here, the keyword in this keyword H is repeated twice. So what I told you, none of the alphabet must be repeated. So I need to include only one H I need to omit. Okay, so first I am writing my keyword. So keyword will be H A R S, right? And another H you should not include because H is already there. Okay, now start from the first letter of the alphabet. So A is already there, and then I'm moving on with B, C, and then D. Okay, and then E, F, then G, H is there. So when I comes, I told J must be clubbed with it, and then K, L, M, then N, O, P, Q, then T, U, V, W, then X, then Y, and then Z. Okay, now I have completed and filled my 5 cross 5 matrix. Okay, so up to this it is a keyword. Okay, up to this it is a keyword. Okay, and then I have filled with the rest of the letters. Now my 5 cross 5 matrix is ready with the help of the keyword. Okay, now I am going to encrypt. Now I need to split my plain text into pairs. Okay, so when you split it, it will be like this, right? My one pair, Na one pair, Me another pair, Is, then Va, La, Nt, In, then A is left out. Here if you see, none of the pairs are having a repeated letter. So what do you have to do? You have to add X at the X after A. After A. So every letter is having a pair. Okay, now I'm going to take every pair. Okay, so first pair is My. So you see in this particular 5 cross 5 matrix, where is M and where is Y? M is here, Y is here. Okay, so it is in a different, it is in the same column. It is in the same column. So if it is in the same column, what I have told you, you have to replace it with its bottom element. So M is replaced by its bottom element T, and Y is replaced with the bottom element S. Okay, so for My, the encrypted text is TS, and then I'm moving on with my next pair. Next pair is Na. N is here, A is here. It is in different row and different column. It's just like that. So we have to see the diagonal elements. So for N it will be K, and for A it will be B. Okay, so it will be K, B. And then for ME, M is in one column and E is in another column. For M it is L, and for E it is F. Same way you have to do for all the pairs. So when you do it, it will be, for IS it will be M, H, and for the next one VA. See, V is here, A is here. For V it will be W, for A it will be H, and then LA. L is here, A is here. For L it will be K, and for A it will be R. Okay, for A it will be R. and then move on with the next one. It will be M and U and K I R W. So you see, this is my cipher text. Okay, this is my cipher text which I got after doing my encryption. So this is my ciphertext. So my encryption part is done. So I told, in order to decrypt it, you have to follow the reverse rules. Okay, so for example, you take TS. Okay, see, T is here, S is here. So if it is in the same column, I told you have to see the bottom element. Here what you are going to do is you are going to see the top element. Okay, it is a reverse process. Your decryption will be the reverse process. So when you do the decryption part, it will be the reverse process. So in case of decryption, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take TS. So T is here, S is here. When it is in the same column, in case of encryption, what we have seen is we have to see the bottom element. But in case of decryption, you have to see the reverse of that. That is, you have to see the top element. So top of T is M, and then top of S is Y. So my first pair has been done. Okay, I have got my first pair of plain text, and then I'm moving on with my second pair of ciphertext, that is KB. K is here and then B is here. So K's diagonal element is N, right? And then B's diagonal element is A. So NA. I'm getting the next pair of plain text, and then move on with the next pair of ciphertext, LF. So L is here, F is here. L's diagonal element is M, and F's diagonal element is E. So I got my next pair of plain text. Same way, if you keep on doing, you will be getting the plain text is, my name is Valentina. Okay, Tina. One X you will be getting, so you have to eliminate this X. So this will be my plain text. My name is Valentina will be my plain text. This is the way of doing the decryption. Okay, so just see to this video, and if you have any doubts, you can comment on it.